Snoop Dogg has stirred up major controversy after admitting he now feels scared to go to the movies because of LGBTQ+ representation in family films. On August 20, 2025, during an episode of the It's Giving podcast, the 53-year-old rap legend revealed that taking his grandson to watch Pixar's 2022 movie Lightyear left him rattled. He explained that when the film showed a brief scene of a female space ranger and her wife raising a child, his grandson asked him how that was possible. Snoop confessed he didn't know how to answer, saying, "It fucked me up. Y'all throwing me in the middle of shit I don't have an answer for. We have to show that at this age?" His remarks framed LGBTQ+ moments in kids' films as uncomfortable and overwhelming, sparking an immediate storm online. The Lightyear scene Snoop referenced has been at the center of controversy since 2022. The film includes a short montage where the character Alicia Hawthorne, voiced by Uzo Aduba, shares a kiss with her wife and raises their child. That fleeting kiss ignited international headlines. Disney initially removed it, then restored it after backlash from Pixar staffers who accused the company of censoring queer content while mishandling Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. As a result, Lightyear was banned from release in 14 countries across the Middle East and Asia, and China requested edits that Disney refused to make. For supporters, it was a landmark moment of normalization in children's media. For critics, it became a flashpoint in the culture war over what kids should see. Now in 2025, Snoop's take has dragged that old debate back into the spotlight. By describing himself as scared to even enter the theater with his grandkids, he implied that LGBTQ+ visibility in family movies is now everywhere and unavoidable. His words, though, didn't land as a harmless generational worry, they landed as a sweeping condemnation of queer inclusion. Fans and LGBTQ+ advocates flooded social media, calling the remarks outdated, dismissive, and damaging. Within hours, the viral clip spread across Instagram, TikTok, and X, plastered under headlines like "Snoop Dogg scared of gay characters in kids' movies." To make matters even more chaotic, the specific portion of the podcast episode where Snoop shared his story was reportedly edited out after the backlash. But by then, the damage was done. The soundbite was already clipped and circulating online. Critics accused the team of trying to cover up the homophobic undertones, while defenders argued that Snoop was only voicing the awkward reality of grandparents being caught off guard by modern parenting conversations. The debate quickly escalated from celebrity gossip into a global argument about whether representation is education or indoctrination. The controversy has even crossed into sports headlines because Snoop is set to perform at Australia's AFL Grand Final. Now commentators and fans are questioning whether the league should cancel his booking, reigniting debates about what qualifies as family-friendly entertainment and whether institutions should distance themselves from artists whose words clash with modern values. It's a reminder that one celebrity's offhand comment can ripple into multi-million-dollar events almost overnight. Snoop's critics point out that his discomfort ignores the millions of children who already grow up in same-sex households and deserve to see their families reflected on screen. They note the irony that he once appeared on The L Word, a series centered on queer women, and that he spent recent years cultivating a family-friendly image, hosting game shows, narrating wildlife specials, and fronting major commercials. To them, his new stance sounds like regression, not evolution. Meanwhile, his supporters argue that he represents a generational perspective. Grandparents and even parents often feel unprepared when young kids ask direct questions about relationships or family structures. They say the issue isn't about rejecting LGBTQ+ people but about wanting more control over when those conversations happen. Still, even sympathetic voices admit that Snoop's language, calling himself scared to go to the movies, sounded like an attack on representation rather than a call for parental guidance. At its core, this uproar proves just how sensitive and explosive the issue remains. Studios are still caught between global markets where queer content is censored and Western audiences demanding inclusion. A single 2-second kiss in a 3-year-old Pixar film is still powerful enough to spark bans, political fights, and now, a headline-grabbing celebrity scandal. And Snoop Dogg, who has spent decades reinventing himself from gangsta rap icon to lovable pop culture uncle, is now facing one of the harshest tests of his family-friendly image yet. Whether he doubles down or walks back, his remarks will determine what happens next: an apology tour, a clarifying statement, or a full-blown boycott movement. But one thing is undeniable: his comments have reopened a cultural wound and reminded everyone that LGBTQ+ representation in children's media is still far from universally accepted. And the fact that Snoop Dogg is the one voicing that fear? That's what makes this story impossible to ignore. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.